Hardcore sports, Sunday in the zone. Yeah, welcome home. Hey. Mitch in the chair, steam on the coffee, breaking down tape, sleep looking car, sleep green in his notes, birds on his cap, talking about trenches, blitz, block, snap. Bo got a ring, West Coast breeze, stories from confetti still stuck in his sleeves. James C's black gold, whole town rides, Big C talk waves where the tide line slides. It's that Sunday morning podcast. Go on, turn it up loud. From the first hot take to the last cold cloud. Mitch, Bo, James, Big C talk ball. Every call, every draw, every brawl, every ball. If you love this game, you know this sound. Hardcore sports, we run this town. Oh yeah. Mitch say Philly fly, Bo say skyline. James pull stats right off the sideline. Big C laugh, talk speed on the seam. Whole squad argue same love, one dream. Red zone rush, fourth down hush. Overtime talk, heart rate crush. From east to the west, down coast to steel. It's a barbershop talk, just mics, just real. The Sunday morning podcast. Oh, turn it up loud. From the first hot take to the last cold crowd. Mitch, Bo, James, Big C talk ball. Every call.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mother's Day edition of the NFL Sunday Morning Show. Mitch has got other plans for the day, which means your boy Nicky Stees will be the host for this morning, and I'm joined by Football Talk with Bo, Big C from the Finn Posse podcast, and James from Steel by the Lake podcast. Good morning, fellas. What's going on today?
How's it going, gentlemen?
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, so we're ready now. You know, it's a special edition. It's Mother's Day, but the show still goes on. So we're going to start this thing off. We're going to do some little bit of predictions. Mitch shared it. It's a Sports Illustrated article where they predict the best rookie for each NFL team. I got the link separately. I'm going to let you guys predict who's ranked in this. This is from Sports Illustrated. It's by Daniel. Man, let's take a look. What's his name again? It's that
guy.
From Daniel Flick.
Right.
So he's got each team. First we start off with. So the article ranks each team. It ranks one player from each team who's they predict to be the best rookie for the season. It starts with the AFC East, starting with New England. I'll give you guys a hint. It's a guy on defense.
I got to go back and look at what everybody drafted. Like,
Yeah,
that's
a rough one.
You're right. I don't have that locked in.
Here you go, guys. I got you. So they've got. Oh boy, I don't know if that's even right. It doesn't. That's just the seventh round. I need all rounds. Here we go. Caleb Lomu, the offensive tackle in the first. Gabe Jackus, the defensive end in the second. Eli Reardon, the tight end in the third. And then it gets into guys that are a little less well known pretty quickly. So I would assume they're going with the edge rusher there, Gabe Jackus.
Correct. And,
Okay.
And for
I'm
the
not
Buffalo
really sure where we're
Bills,
trying to go here, Nicky.
for the Buffalo Bills, it's an offensive player who's predicted to be the best.
Man. Yeah.
That kind of limits the options here because it looks like they went all defense other than the wide receiver, Skylar Bell.
Yep. There you go, Skylar Bell. And for Finn's team, the Miami Dolphins, it's a
Jacob
guy
Rodriguez.
who ironically has the same first and last name as a star running back from the late 2000s and early 2010s.
Chris Johnson.
Yep, the defensive back, Chris Johnson, that is.
Okay.
Man, I know off subject, but man, that was fun to watch CJ2K. It's a shame the Titans didn't make the playoffs that year because he would have gotten MVP that year if they did. But yeah, man. Then last but not least, the Jets. I think this is pretty obvious. It's the most talented prospect they drafted.
Yeah, so probably David Bailey, the first round pick, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's my assumption.
And it's perfectly fitting that James guessed because the article continues to the AFC North, starting with who they predict to be the best Pittsburgh Steeler.
Let's go the second round pick, the wide receiver, Jeremy
You're
Bernard.
talking. It's
Drew
actually Caden Wedgen.
Oh wow! All right, the return man. That's a
Really?
bold prediction.
Okay.
Yep.
That means they're
someone's
not confident about the 5 guys they took before him.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's an awfully bold take there. And then for the Ravens, it's
Oh, are they including offensive linemen? Because I loved the Penn State guard, and that's who they got.
yep,
with their first
exactly.
Vega Ione.
Yep, pretty much going right along the lines in that one. Now, Cincinnati Bengals, the Bengals would actually hope that this is true.
What, the Howell shows out? Because
Yeah,
they don't
exactly. Because they sure need all the help they can get on that side of the ball.
pick. And they keep on striking out on their defensive end picks, so they really need to land one of these.
Eventually, you would think so. And then the Cleveland Browns. It's got
All right, so are we guessing like which career they ruin? Is that what we're doing?
There we go.
I mean, it is the Browns, so pretty much.
They're gonna hope that Fano is the guy, just because they're gonna need to protect that quarterback since they got guys that, since they don't believe in any of them, they need to give them all as much time as possible.
Right. That would be in the Browns' best interest for Fano, but for some odd reason, they're predicting wide receiver Casey Concepcion.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's assuming he hangs on to the ball when they throw it to him. That's the key there.
Yeah. Because that would
the quarterback can stay up long enough to deliver the ball.
Yeah.
Because that would be the Browns' thing for them. To have a highly talented prospect, but have someone else be their rookie of the year. Now we move on to the AFC South. I'll just say if this does end up happening, great for their offense.
Which team are we going with first?
The Jaguars.
The Jaguars. All right.
Not only do you got to guess the player, you got to guess the team.
Nick, he's upping the difficulty level for us this morning.
Right?
Keeping us on our toes, brother. Their first pick was a tight end, Nate Borkirker, in the second round. Is that what they're assuming?
That is correct.
Yeah.
I never even heard of that dude in the pre-draft process, so that was a bold one.
Yep.
Who's this,
it
the
is
Jaguars?
Yeah, the Jags.
Yeah.
Well, did they get rid of Strange? Because he was pretty good for them.
No, Strange is still the number one, so I don't know if they're going to run two tight ends or what.
It seems
I think that's another one where, they have a hard time protecting all the time. So they're like, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll run 12 personnel so that one of these guys can just block.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they just keep both of them in, and it's like 7 offensive linemen on pass downs, but a tight end on each side to help out.
Exactly.
See, I don't understand why. Like, if you're gonna do that, though, like, Mike McDaniel, for all his faults with the Miami Dolphins, last year he's shown how you could play with a 6 offensive lineman as a fullback, as an extra tight end, and I don't know why more teams don't follow that, because we had a great deal of success with it last year. I mean, Devon Achane, undersized back. He's explosive and all that, but he ran for 1,300 yards behind a pretty bad offensive line. But Mike McDaniel added that 6th offensive lineman in that fullback or in that as an extra tight end, and it did amazing things for us. And I just don't understand why you would select a blocking tight end, or when you could, the second best guard was still available late in the second round in this draft, late in the third round in this draft, the kid from Oregon. So I just don't understand why you want to take the offensive lineman there that you can plug and play at multiple positions on the offensive line instead of a blocking tight end.
I mean, Seattle runs that type of offense all the time, though. So, I mean, having a tight end in blocking. So in fact, the kid that they got this time around is also more of a blocking style tight end. So it just depends on fit, right? It just depends on what kind of scheme they're going to run. But so I guess we'll have to see, right?
Yeah, ironically enough, they ended up with the guard from Oregon at 88. Was it Emmanuel Pregnon you were thinking of?
Yeah.
See, yeah, they ended up sniping him at 88 overall later on in the draft. So they lucked out on that one. But I'm with you on it. If the plan is to use this dude, I don't know.
And the next
it's an odd
team, the
choice.
Houston. Yep. All right, give a second. And then on to the Houston Texans. They're predicting similar success from last year on the same side of the ball.
So Caden McDonald, the D tackle from Ohio State, then?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I
It's a weird segment. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is a
This is a weird one.
yeah, it's
And
a
then-
slow moving one.
seems pretty self-explanatory. Now the Colts, it's going to be on the defensive side of the ball, which it doesn't answer the holes on the offensive side, of course, but
Talking about the linebacker from Georgia.
yep, CJ Allen.
So basically, this guy went with their number one pick for every team, essentially.
Except for the Steelers, where he took a random kicker from the 4th round.
Exactly.
Yeah, this and well, for the Tennessee Titans, well, I'm going to cheat and skip that and say the trend continues. They're
Fair
predicting
enough.
Carnell Tate. For the AFC West, starting with the Broncos, they're predicting that defensive line just gets better.
I mean, they're going to need that since the offense doesn't get going until the fourth quarter. So they're going to need the defense to carry as much of the load as they can.
Yep. Yeah, that would be Tyler owned in him. And then the Chargers, if this ends up happening, good for Justin Herbert because he'll have his backup or his protection.
That is very different things.
Center Jake Slaughter, then?
Yep, exactly. Imagine that.
2nd round pick this time, guys.
Wow.
All right.
Well, no love to the edge, I guess.
Yep. Oh, and then for Kansas City, they're going defense on this one.
Well, yeah. If you trade up for the top corner, it better be.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. And then, well, the Raiders, we can kind of skip that. We all know who.
And they're hoping that their number one pick is their rookie of the year.
Yeah. It's been a long, long, long time since they've had a quarterback they could really buy into.
Although if he's not, their safety will be. So
Yep. And now we move on to the NFC, starting with the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm assuming Mekhi Lemon, their wide receiver.
yeah.
Yep. Hope so, because it's looking like most likely, who's going to be gone, just a matter of when. So that would certainly help.
Yeah, I don't think you draft Lemon if you're not planning on moving Brown. It'd make no sense.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Trading up for him like that, you better have big plans.
Right, absolutely. And then we got the Cowboys.
Hey, you know what? Good on the Cowboys actually focusing on defense in this, right? Like you look at their draft, they're like, hey, you know what we were bad at? Defense. Let's try some of that this time.
Yeah, good move too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Downs is my assumption here that they want their safety to show out, and he's going to get a lot of opportunity because everybody's been able to throw on Dallas over the last couple of years, so he's going to get plenty of time to see if he can stop some of those throws.
If they're smart,
Yep,
they move
it
him
is.
around a lot. Move him around like Kyle Hamilton did with the Ravens, because he is that kind of dude that can cover tight ends and running backs and do all that stuff.
So it is downs for the Cowboys, and they certainly need it. But as an Eagles fan, I hope it's not true. And the same with Washington. I'm hoping that their prediction for their highly talented prospect doesn't pan out.
Was that Sonny Styles there?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's got to be.
Yeah, he's a monster, man. That's a dream come true, getting a linebacker that big, that fast, that athletic, that has no weakness in his game, man. Wow, that's there's probably 32 teams wanted him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, it is. And then for the Giants, well, oh man, they made this division pretty easy with predicting.
I mean, yeah, they've made most of this pretty simple. Like they just went with the first guy. They're like, hey, you know what? I bet their first rounder needs to be impactful. It's like, well, yeah. That's why you draft them first.
Well, there are 2 first rounders for the Giants, but I'm assuming they went Arvell Reese instead of Francis Malioga.
Yes, they did.
That Giants pass rush has an opportunity to be really, really good. Really good. You think about all the big names over there.
The Giants as a whole, like they have the opportunity to definitely surprise some teams.
I mean, yeah, but we'll have to wait and see. And we move on to the NFC North, starting with the Chicago Bears.
I loved their draft, man. And Thieneman, when they snagged him in the first round, that's who I wanted Pittsburgh to draft when they took the offensive tackle. So I would hope it's Dylan Thieneman.
That's another guy that's going to get a lot of opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
That secondary wasn't awesome. So,
yeah, that defense gave
actually
so many yards last year.
yep.
They're predicting somebody else.
Oh, really?
Yep.
They going Sam Roush then, the tight end?
Ooh, actually, you guys are going to be shocked by this one.
They're going with their 6th rounder, Vandenberg.
It's Logan Jones, the center.
The center.
Okay,
Well,
so they
their
want more
center-
protection. Yeah, all right.
Their center did retire at like 28 years old this last year. So
That's true.
Yeah. And then the Green Bay Packers.
Forget who they drafted.
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
Oh, that's because they didn't play in round 1.
Ah, yeah.
That makes sense.
Brandon Cisse, the corner.
It's the right side of the ball, but a different position.
Probably McClellan.
Yeah.
Yep. McClellan, defensive tackle.
All right, so NFC, it's 2nd round picks, guys.
Yep. And then the Minnesota. Yep. And for the Minnesota Vikings, it's the same position.
Who they got? Caleb from Florida, right? Caleb Banks.
Yeah, Banks. Yeah.
But it's actually they went with a different defensive tackle.
They went with Orange?
Yeah.
The third rounder. Wow. Okay.
Man, I love the orange. I wanted him mid-round for the Steelers. Just a true nose tackle type that just doesn't get moved on defense. So if you want to stop the run, that's your dude right there.
And then we close it out with the Detroit Lions. It's going to be on the offensive side.
Yeah, it's going to be their tackle Miller. They want to try and keep Goff upright, I guess.
It seems reasonable.
Right?
Absolutely, because once injuries started to pile up, that's when their weak point came in. They just weren't the same team. And then, speaking of teams, we move on to the NFC South. We start with the surprise of last season, the Carolina Panthers, and who they predict to be their rookie of the year.
Ooh. Let's go 3rd rounder Chris Brazell, the wide receiver.
That's what I was thinking too.
They actually went on the defensive side of the ball.
Really?
Second round again, Lee Hunter.
Yep.
Yep. Lee Hunter.
Actually, if you just said Lee, you would have been right either way, right? Because then it otherwise would have been the corner they took.
Yeah, there you go.
You just be like, hey, I'll just put Lee out there.
Just let fate do its thing.
That's right.
Yep, and then we move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is pretty explanatory. They're buying into the hype for their prediction.
Yeah, with Ruben Bain being that pick, he wasn't supposed to last till number 15 overall, so they have to be ecstatic about getting him there.
For sure.
Exactly. And then we got the Atlanta Falcons. They're going on the same side of the ball.
Oh, Terrell, the corner.
Yep.
That's AJ's little brother.
Hey, if if the offense looks like it did last year, he's going to get so much playing time.
Fun thing about him, he's one of them dudes coming out of college who's got the peanut punch mastered already.
Yeah.
So he had like something crazy like 9 or 11 forced fumbles in college. So with him not being the fastest dude in the world, he's going to be punching out that ball a lot in the pros.
And then last but not least, we got the New Orleans Saints.
Didn't
They're
they get a wide
hoping that-
receiver?
Yep.
Yeah, Jordan Tyson.
Yeah.
Yep. Jordan Tyson.
Listen, he has a chance to be really, really good. It's just the injury concerns with him. Like I liked him probably the best of all those first round receivers.
And then, and then we move on to the NFC West. Bo, we start with your team.
I mean, it has to be Price, right? You got Walker leaving the room. They grabbed a running back in the first round. We'll see, right? I mean, he couldn't win the starting job on his own team, but you're talking about Love in front of him, so that's a generational talent. So you can only put so much behind that. But I think we're all hoping that he was worth a first round pick.
Yep. So it was Jaden Price, and then we got the Rams.
I really hope this isn't Simpson.
Oh man, I hope it is.
It's not. Good news.
So the tight end Max Claire maybe.
Warm, but not warmer.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's their offensive tackle actually.
There we go.
Because they don't want Stafford to die. They're trying to make sure Simpson doesn't play. So
it's actually.
Or did they go even deeper? Did they go Daniels?
Oh my God. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of interesting. And then we got the 49ers there.
How's that dude even going to get on the field? He's a wide receiver, and that's like the deepest room on that team.
I know. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah. I think this guy did all first picks on the AFC, and then he just played chaos dice for the last one, right? It's just like, oh, and fifth rounder.
Yeah, just
except for
randomly throw it around to make it look right. Kind of creating his own random unpredictable landscape.
We've caught on to his tricks though. What team are we on now?
The
Niners.
So they're probably hoping the wide receiver that they took, just because Ayuk is probably out of the building.
Yeah,
and it is a wide receiver.
Yeah, what's his name?
Dejon Stribling.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep. So it is Stribling. And then the Arizona Cardinals.
If it's not,
it's actually more technical.
They are hoping they are all up for rookie of the year for their team because their team was awful. They need everyone to show out.
His first 4 picks might all start.
Yeah.
It's Jeremiah Love, Chase Pasanis, Carson Beck, Caleb Proctor. Like, they might all start this year.
That's what I'm saying. They need them all to just come in and be absolute ballers because
exactly.
what they had didn't work.
They need like a 2017 Saints draft just to even have a shot at being competitive.
Well, certainly within the division. Like, talk about a bad division to be trying to rebuild and put a competitive product out on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Two of the favorites for the Super Bowl on the NFC side in your division. That sucks.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, we're rebuilding. It's like, well, we're not really going to know because
right. Exactly. And real quick, I'm going to put the link to this in the chat. That way, if anyone wants to check it out for themselves and see what this guy's over the top predictions are all about, then we're going to go right ahead and do that. Now, while we're still in the subject of NFL rookies, we're going to have a little roundtable discussion of which NFL rookie is under the most pressure this season.
The most pressure? It's going to be Love because he has to go out there and be Barry Sanders because there's nothing around him.
Yeah, that's a ton of pressure there. I'm trying to think of anybody else that's got a lot on their shoulders right out of the gate, but it's tough because usually you think quarterbacks, and I don't know. I guess Mendoza's got a decent amount of pressure, but they're not planning on starting him right away. So,
well, and they're going into it with the not only are they not going to start him, but they're just like, hey, we understand we're not going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you could say Sonny Styles too for the Commanders because that defense was pretty trash last year, and he has to try to be the new team captain on defense and try to turn that whole unit around. So that's a lot of pressure.
I mean, the receiver for the Browns could have some because you don't know who's going to throw you the ball, and you're going to have to maximize every touch.
Yeah, both of those kids really, I honestly think by the end of the season, Concepcion and Boston are going to start for the Browns. It's a whole new wide receiver core there right away. So, yeah.
I think Concepcion probably starts week 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Caden Proctor for the Miami Dolphins has a ton of pressure on him just for simply who was still on the board. You had Ruben Bain. That was a massive a team need pass rusher, someone that can set the edge, and he's a hometown kid. And Caleb Douglas, the fact that Caleb Douglas was still on the board, one of this draft's top players, and you bypassed him to select Caden Proctor. I think there's a ton of pressure on Caden Proctor to perform from day one.
Yeah, I would agree with that, or the Seahawks pick also, Price. Like, there's going to be a ton of pressure on him to be able to play at least as well as Walker. They're like, oh, yeah, we don't care that we just drafted you. You better be awesome.
Yeah. No pressure. Just be as good as the Super Bowl MVP.
Exactly. Yeah. So there might be a little bit of pressure there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that's a tough one because you could look at it it depends on which point of view you look at it from. Now, I say in the long term, Fernando Mendoza is going to have the most pressure to succeed as the face of the Raiders franchise because they're putting a lot of stake in him. But in the short term, if you're talking about this season, the most pressure to perform right away and make a difference, it's Jeremiah Love with the Cardinals because he's in a skill position at running back. And considering durability factors and that he's really by default the best player on their offense outside of Marvin Harrison Jr. at the moment, yeah, that's going to be a lot of weight on his shoulder because you're not really predicting Carson Beck's going to go out there and light the world on fire. You're relying on Love to be the difference maker, and you're going against the 49ers, Rams, and Seahawks, potentially 3 playoff teams again. That's
but I think people understand that the Cardinals aren't very good and they don't have a lot of weapons, and you're going to be able to target Love and be able to try to slow him down. So even if he doesn't have the greatest year, I think people are going to understand because of what team that he's got around him. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody really questions whether they should have selected Love or not, and I don't think if he has a bad year, I mean, depending how bad it is. Yeah. I don't think anybody questions the pick. So, I feel like this question, is more based upon whether you're going to question the pick at the end of the year, whether it was the right pick or not. And I don't think Love's going to be in that category.
No, I mean, if we're framing it that way, then Price for the Seahawks really becomes one of the front runners for that conversation, because again, you let the Super Bowl MVP walk. I agreed with the decision, so I'm not saying that. It's just taking a running back in the first round, filling a void of a Super Bowl MVP. If he doesn't come in and show out, there's going to be a lot of conversations exactly like that. Was that the right pick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
They
it's
split
definitely
carries in Seattle a lot, don't they? With what's his
Yeah.
name, Charbonnet or Cabernet?
Yeah, Charbonnet will be running back one by default when he gets back from his injury, but he's got to get back from his injury, so he's going to miss the first, I think it's like 6 or 7 weeks, is what that's kind of slated to be. We'll see, right? Like, these guys keep getting back faster and faster, but that means it'll still be running back by committee. We have other running backs on the roster, but Price is going to get a ton of carries.
Does anyone else have any closing thoughts before we move on to our next subject?
No, roll on
I
through.
mean, it sounds like somebody on text message might, but
Yeah, because somebody's just DMing the you-know-what out of somebody. But, yeah, man, it's actually appropriate that Paul talked about the Patriots, because it's going to tie into a player who was with the Patriots last season, who is rumored to be on the move, possibly to one of my division rivals, the Washington Commanders, and that's referring to Stefon Diggs. Now the question is this a real possibility, or is this all hype with him going to Washington?
I mean, I think everywhere is a possibility. He's a free agent. He is still a good talent. You just have to weigh out if his off the field chaos is worth it, right? Because he seems to always have stuff going on. Now, obviously, he gets found not guilty on all charges. So, I mean, you don't have to worry about him potentially missing time or anything like that. Sounds like this is that is resolved. Didn't sound like the NFL was going to do anything beyond what was done in court. So, you can probably pick him up relatively cheap. So yeah, a team like Washington would benefit from his talent. It's probably going to be a 1 year prove it kind of deal, right? And what we've seen from him is he can keep his on the field action, pretty good when it's a prove it type season. Soon as he has a long-term deal, his off the field chaos comes in onto the field. But when he has to prove it, he balls out. Like, he had a good season for the Patriots.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't give him a shot if you're Washington. You might want to put in one of the stipulations on his contract that he has to wear a chastity belt, because that might be the only way to keep him out of trouble off the field.
I mean, you could say that for Tyreek Hill too.
If these boys could learn to keep it in their pants, they wouldn't have as many issues.
That's true.
But yeah, the talent on the field, he's still got it. Is he an elite dude? No, but he's still definitely a very capable receiver. And if you're looking at a wide receiver room there where you got Terry McLaurin and then a bunch of question marks, I didn't know Van Jefferson was still on a team, so that's a bad sign for that wide receiver room.
No strangulation, Carls.
Yeah,
I mean, and so as long as the pressure on the field is as much as it was around the neck, you'll be all right. Allegedly. Don't sue the show.
Allegedly.
Finn, do you have anything you want to add to it, or I'll go if you're all right? Then.
He's ordering some DoorDash. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's trying to kick it with some Mother's Day brunch.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and
not even mad at it.
Yep, don't hate the player, hate the game. And as far as Washington, I would get it. I mean, at this point, what do you got to lose by taking a shot? You tried last year going all in with a bunch of veterans. It would be very fitting of a Josh Harris-led team. Knowing this is a Sixers fan, bring in some older guys, see if they can prove it, which today might be the day they get eliminated too. Back-to-back sweeps for Philly if that happens. But back on subject, yeah, but it is Josh Harris, the same guy who's owner with the Sixers, now in charge of Washington. But yeah, I could see them doing it just to give some help because they tried to address the defense in the draft, mainly with the Sonny Styles pick. I could see them doing it as kind of like you guys said, a 1-year prove-it deal because, a long-term deal for the talent-wise, it seems like a great idea. But with the off-the-field stuff, how long is he going to be there for? But even then,
there's two teams. There's two teams I'd like to see him go to. And not because I think it's a good fit, but just because the meltdown could be amazing. And James isn't going to love this, but the Steelers is one of them. You have him and DK. That sounds hilarious. Bring Aaron Rodgers back. Let's go. The other one is Dallas because he would be a slot receiver there. And him and Pickens together, that sounds hilarious. So,
oh my God.
Those are a couple of spots that I think it would be, for the sake of shows like ours, really entertaining.
Oh, yes. Days of Our Steelers 2.0 or another season of Jerry
Yes.
World.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Those. Yeah, I mean, with Washington, you don't even have Dan Snyder anymore to create that intriguing, troubling train wreck element in Washington. So it's not going to feel the same if he does go there.
No, Washington could work. Washington could work.
Right, absolutely. But, personally, I prefer he go to a team outside the NFC East, but we still got to wait and see. And plus, still remember, it's all talk and hype. We don't know for sure if it's actually going to happen. Just like the Public Enemy song, Don't Believe the Hype, because we know a lot of times it don't turn out to be true. And if Suicide's talking about me, yes, sir, representing Saquon and the Eagles, so...
Well, that's because the other teams are going home, so that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Sixers, not a matter of if, but when. They're not coming back from 3-0. And, but as far as Stefon Diggs goes, it's a possibility. It's been teased on social media, but we know just because something's teased does not always mean that it's going to happen. But we got to wait and see. And speaking of teases, this is actually going to be a hilarious one. If this were the Sunday morning comedy show, we would have a long chat on this. But long story short, the New York Jets are actually considering giving an offer to Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for him to be backing up Geno, this is hilarious. And, for Geno to go back to the Jets to, essentially end his career. Again, are the Jets even trying to win? What are we doing?
No. And why not? I guess you got good wide receivers there. So just send everybody deep. That's the one thing Russ is good at is the deep ball. So you got quick running backs and wide receivers that can sprint. Yeah, throw Russ out there and let it bomb it deep and check down Charlie, everything else. He'll get 3,000 yards.
3,000 yards, 3 wins, and 17 interceptions, we'll say. Something along those lines.
If he throws it over the middle of the field, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. This would be perfectly fitting of the Jets. This would be. If they were to do this. Part of me wants to see this just for the comedic value of this. This will be very entertaining to talk about during football season. Just funny to look at if this were to happen. But just the fact the Jets are even considering it. This sounds so Jets-ish right here. They botched the quarterback position so many times over the years. It's not even funny. And if you're talking about guys like, okay, guys, I just saw the private chat. both signals in and out. I saw that, but
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. For guys, people talk about how the Jets passed on Brady or they passed on this guy or this guy. Would the Jets have even known what to do with any of those QBs? So maybe it's better for them that they didn't go to the Jets because that gave them their chance of succeeding.
Yeah, the Jets and the Browns, like that's where you are set up for failure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it says something when the best Jets quarterback was, this is going to be a funny comment, of the 21st century is Chad Pennington. When he was every other year, he was injured.
And Sanchez had a little bit of success there. He got him to the playoffs once, didn't he?
I mean,
To
he
the
started
AFC
in the
Championship game
playoffs.
twice, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll say this to his credit, he started in a few playoff games. We'll give him that. But ultimately, when you look back his best game was that Patriots game in Foxborough in the divisional round, easily. If Mark Sanchez would have just played that way, at least half the games in his career as a starter, he would have been a better quarterback for them, even just for half the games.
I mean, his line did kind of fall apart after those 2 AFC championship runs. Because like he went from having some time to running for his life. So I don't think he's a great quarterback, but I mean, the drop off was predictable. They're like, hey, you know what? We gave you a good line, but we're not going to do that anymore. So hope you can scramble.
And yeah. And he
Then
did
his most famous
scramble.
play of his career is his butt fumble. That's never good.
Oh my gosh. That's the most comedic play of the 2010s.
About the Rex Ryan tattoo of him.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would be perfectly fitting if the Jets were to bring in Russell Wilson. And I've never said it, but the sooner Russell Wilson retires, the better for his legacy.
Yeah, it's not getting better. He's not putting good tape out there anymore. So,
No.
I think you're 100% right on that. He needs to hang.
I mean, just on the petty front, because of the way he left Seattle, the fan base here is not sad to see it just absolutely implode as soon as he left. We're like, oh, okay. You want to go somewhere else? Sweet. DK similarly, right? Like he's like, oh, the grass is greener. And like, how bad do you got to feel if you're a little bit of an issue in DK and Gino in this offseason? They're like, okay, cool. See ya. And then they go and win it all. Be like, okay.
Like, hey, we didn't need you guys. We're actually better off without your services. Mm-hmm. Yep. And sometimes all you got to do is get rid of your most troubled players or your players that bring the most negative synergy to the locker room. And all of a sudden, everything improves instantly. Same thing at regular jobs, too.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, all it takes, amazing how just one or two people either arriving or leaving can make such a difference in any team, any locker room, anything.
I mean, the funny thing is Gino wasn't an issue until after the season. Right? Like he was fine. And then when it came contract time, that's where it became a little bit of an issue. And then you get into his tenure with the Raiders, and that was a disaster from the jump. Like that was fun to watch. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, terrible.
If you want to bet which QB career Geno Smith or Russell Wilson will end first, you can bet bet right in New York Sportsbook.
Yeah, that's right. And it's funny to answer that. It's probably Russ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Gino will bounce around.
Yeah, Gino still offers some value as a high-quality backup quarterback. Like
exactly.
The whole plan of having him as your starter this year is pretty unreasonable. But
is it? I disagree. I think they're trying to get a quarterback next year.
Well, then it's very reasonable, and that's right.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts on this hysterical Jets?
The Jets are like, hey, we love what you did with the Raiders. do that this year, and we hit our guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And for Russell Wilson, I got to say, that's insane to go from franchise guy, potential first ballot Hall of Famer to journeyman in just a few seasons.
They still have to make their Browns rotation. That's amazing. I mean, that's essentially what the Jets are, right? Like, those are the two franchises that, you know, if you're a quarterback, it's a wrap.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah. And now we're going to close this bad boy out with a little bit of trivia. It's going to be multiple choice trivia this time. So, all right, let's get this thing off, starting with which rookie tight end set the NFL rookie tight ends receiving yards record in 1961? Choices are A. Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
That's the game show buzzing in before the question's done.
So we got option A, Mike Ditka. Option B, Dave Kuwick. Option C, Jim Phillips. Option D, Lionel Taylor.
Yeah, I'll go with Big C on this one and say
me too.
And the answer is option A, Mike Ditka.
Yep.
This next one's going to be interesting. This is going to be kind of a test to the difference between a casual fan and a fan who truly follows. So it's which rookie quarterback started and won a Super Bowl during his rookie season? Options are A, Ben Roethlisberger, B, Russell Wilson, C, Tom Brady, or D, none of the above.
None of the above.
None of them.
Yep, that is correct.
There was a couple of second-year guys in there.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's an interesting one. I remember one time, a little bit off subject, but funny. I did because on the community page, you can do quizzes. I did a trick question one time. Which NFL quarterback won a Super Bowl? It was like the options were Jim Plunkett, Drew Bledsoe, and it was somebody else it was David Carr, or option D, all of the above. The correct answer was actually option D, because technically Drew Bledsoe was still on the Patriots roster for Super Bowl 36. David Carr was on the Giants roster. Most people said Jim Plunkett because he was the only one that was a starter that won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they all got gift wrapped a ring.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was funny. I did that as a trick question to see if people noticed. I didn't say that one as a starter. I said that one just to see. And this next one's going to be pretty straightforward. Which rookie quarterback led the NFL in passer rating during his rookie season? Options are A, Dak Prescott, B, RG3, C, Russell Wilson, or D, Mac Jones.
Dak?
Yeah, I think it might have been Wilson, actually. He had a really good rookie season despite just missing the rookie of the year to RG3.
No, there's no
double check.
Yeah, there's no way it's McCorkle. I know that.
No.
I typed in. Wait, it says NFL rookies that led in passer rating their rookie season. I think this might have been a mistake. I'll share the screen with you guys. This is what came up.
I like that our trivia doesn't even have the right answer. I'm with it. Like, this is going well.
Yeah, let me see. I'm going to maximize real quickly. It says
Dak,
okay. RG3, CJ Stroud. Oh, I guess they're giving the nod for who led overall, not just for that season, but highest rookie passer rating, I guess.
Yeah, that's a little different question.
So I guess it's kind of that's the wording might have threw some people off on that one. They should have probably included all time in there just to specify.
I still wouldn't have went with Dak for all time. So
that was kind of
I got it right. So
you did.
Actually, I stand corrected.
You got to think Tony Romo was injured And Dak wasn't supposed to take that spot. Tony was supposed to be back, but Dak played so good that rookie year that Tony had to, hang it up.
Yeah, he came in during the final game in a throwaway game just to throw a touchdown pass to give the Cowboy fans their moment. But actually, I lied. That it was a slight trick question for some.
I like it, Erwin.
All the tricks up your sleeves this morning, Nikki.
Right?
Nikki not going to be the Jeopardy host anytime soon. Yeah, trust me, my quiz is, people don't pass. There's not a high pass rating on my community tab quizzes, so. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any closing thoughts or anything you want to plug, floor is yours.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, especially mine. So, that's my closing thought.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, and same normal schedule for me. Saturday morning shows this time of year. We'll try to do some small episodes in between here and there.
Happy Mother's Day.
There he is.
Yep, and of course, happy Mother's Day, everyone. For one day, guys, do the right thing and be respectful to the women out there. We all came from a woman. Let's at least for
today.
one day. At least today. Let's do it right. Stefon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, even though he's no longer playing, Josh Brown, and so on and so forth. Just for one day, act right at least.
Yeah, don't be Kareem Hunt.
Don't be smacking the bitches today.
Exactly.
This segment brought to you by Ray Rice.
Oh, God. It's crazy that he became one of the poster child for domestic violence, but you got repeat offenders out there.
Well, it's because there's video like that. That's like they weren't even going to do anything to Ray Rice until the video came out. And then they're like, oh, I mean, that looks bad.
Yeah.
He just thumped her. He slumped her and then dragged her into the elevator.
I mean, that uppercut took her off her feet, for crying out loud.
Oh, yeah. No, it was
bitch.
It was wild, but it was funny because going into that, they're like, oh, he might get a 2-game suspension, right? Yeah. You're not thinking it's that bad. And then that video gets dropped and you're like, yeah, he's never playing again.
Completely blackballed from the league.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody was going to touch that. You're looking at that and be like, nah, it's cool. Like, we have a better chance with, somebody fighting dogs than getting you in.
I was surprised that Kareem Hunt didn't have a similar thing, though, because he straight up booted that girl in the head.
No, that wasn't that bad. I was going to just bring that up. Like, I didn't feel like that was that bad. Like, he gave her a little kick to the ass, but I mean, sometimes that you have to kick a little
that was definitely not Ray Rice level. That's for sure.
No.
And then a few years
he
later,
Mike Tyson her.
There's a video from Joe Mixon's time in Oklahoma, and the Bengals still took him.
Again, it just depends on how bad the video is, and we haven't seen any of them as bad as Rice. Like that one.
I mean, that was his wife. He's supposed to love her, and he hit her like he didn't give a fuck.
Oh
like,
yeah,
like he hated her. Like he knocked her ass out.
Like he basically pulled a Mike Tyson on that one. I mean,
God, worse than what Tyson did. And Tyson had tons of issues, but I mean and it might have just been because the camera was like trained right on it. You're just like, oh, yeah. Ain't nobody's career recovering from that.
Yeah, it's like maybe we need some more HD cameras for these repeat offenders. That'll get the message across.
Oh, you did it once. You now have to wear this body cam.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Yeah, but let's make sure we actually do the right thing and act the opposite of the Kareem Hunts, the Ray Rices, the Josh Browns, etc.
Yeah, that's not asking a whole lot.
Right. This is also not a real solid plug for Mother's Day.
Don't beat your mom.
Right? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, let's just... There's a former Cowboys receiver whose name we won't acknowledge. How about that?
You can Ray Caruth him, you know what I mean? Ray Caruth make you disappear. While
I mean,
you pregnant,
if you want to
have
plug
a
anyone for
Day.
Mother's Day, let's plug Mr. T.
Well, thanks for tuning into a weird show today.
Yeah, this was weird as shit.
Yeah, so guys, thanks for tuning in. This was certainly a very interesting Twilight Zone Matrix level type of Sunday morning show.
Was it interesting?
Yes.
It was, but not in the way you're asking.
Right. And pretty soon, though, I'm going to plug real quickly.
That was afterwards. You're like, well, that was interesting. Like,
yeah. All right. Tuesday, we got episode 58 of the 3-Point Blitz with yours truly. We're mostly going to talk about the NBA playoffs in that one. And then we got everything on the table, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's up on the usual Tuesday Nikki Stees time slot. And I guess if you guys are set, then thanks for tuning in to this bizarre episode of NFL Sunday Morning Show. Hope you got your entertainment worth it. With that being said, go guys, have a great rest of your day. And please make it the best of your day. If the weather's nice, enjoy this warm weather.
Mitch, are you back?
All right, so guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. Until next time, it's Nikki Stees, Football Talk with Bo, Steel by the Lake Podcast. James, Big C, signing off. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you another time.